You're watching The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
What do you got on there, Bob?
Something nice on here, Bob.
Yeah, large. Oh, no!
Did you see the size of that?
Was that like a 5-pound
That
smallmouth?
was a smallmouth, yeah.
Wow! Hey folks, we're talking about the Grand Slam of freshwater fishing. I'm up here on Lake Nippissing with professional guide Rob Hyatt, and it's late September, and we're trying to catch one of every species of fish that swims in this lake. Glad you could join us.
Coming up, drive 4 hours north of Toronto and you'll reach beautiful Callander, Ontario on Lake Nippissing. Bob and the crew will be staying at Sunset Cove Lodge, a 4-season resort that's been operating for over 80 years. Join us today for some great fishing and some excellent German cuisine.
Here comes. Whoa! Could be a world record.
You gotta love it.
All right. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, man. Way to size that one. Oh, there you got it. Yeah. That is so cool. Oh, yeah. That is a monster.
The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
All right. Oh, man. Woo-hoo-wee. That was pretty cool. Oh,
Oh, I got one!
A Slavosaurus!
okay. Oh,
Man, that's a good
there it is. Oh, yeah. Good one. Whoa. Here he comes. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
This is what open fish is all about, right? 16 pounds. Look at there.
Real Fishing is sponsored by Chevy Trucks, Ontario, More to Discover, and Tim Hortons.
Hey, folks, that's what I call real fishing. So far, so good. We're talking about beautiful weather, late September. I'm up here at Sunset Cove Lodge, which is on the shores of Lake Nippissing. And I'm with an old tournament buddy here, Rob Hyatt. Rob, you and I, we've ice fished together. We've fished against each other in tournaments, but we've never gone out fishing in open water, have we, in the same boat?
No, we haven't.
Well, it should be fun now. For 18 years now, you've been making a living guiding up here in Nippissing.
That's right.
Fishing tournaments as well, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to try for the Grand Slam. We're going for what? Smallmouth, walleye, maybe a largemouth, pike. Should be a good day.
I hope so.
Cool thing about this motor is we can talk like this the whole time.
No, I watched when we went to protest staff school there. That was the first time I'd ever seen one.
It's so quiet.
No.
Any particular color?
Nope.
What do you
Green.
think? More of that or
That's
more of
my
that?
favorite color right there.
That?
Yep.
Green pumpkin?
Yes, sir. With the copper flake. I'm not kidding you. That is my favorite color. What kind are those?
Yum.
Are they?
Yeah.
They look nice. Sometimes you can come down here and literally sit here all day long and catch fish.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Whoops. Ah, a little guy. But we have broke the ice officially here, Rob.
Yeah. I just broke my green and copper off.
Oh, I just lost it. I don't know how you can afford to fish this place. You gotta do a lot of jigs here.
You do.
He's got a mattress down there. This is an old trick locals use. They put an old bed spring down, and then in a very popular fishing area, then they lift it up at the end of the year and they get their tackle box full of lures.
More fishing straight ahead, and a story that might put Bob in the doghouse. Stay tuned.
I met you back in the 70s, and you were up here. The night that you were out, you were here with a lady from Sudbury, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Closed captioning is brought to you by FNCC and VoterExam.com.
Chevrolet. When you're the #1 selling brand in Canada, you rock the nation. With more power, more fuel efficiency, more dependability, and more utility. Plus, get the Silverado Special Edition Crew, now with $1,000 worth of extras on us. The Rock the Nation event is back and rocking.
Coleman promised.
Coleman promised to light my way.
Coleman has been making reliable lanterns for over 100 years.
Coleman promised me shelter from the storm.
Only Coleman makes tents with a WeatherTech system to keep you dry, guaranteed.
Coleman promised to get me through the night.
The double lock valve guarantees our beds won't leak.
Coleman promised to keep things cool.
The extreme cooler that keeps ice for 5 days in temperatures up to 32 degrees Celsius.
That's cool.
Coleman promised.
At Coleman, we keep our promises for the past 100 years and the next.
I'll tell you, they are right off that hump. As soon as you get it down, bang.
I get a lot of people when I'm out here that'll come out in tourist boats, and they'll, because you're in a nice, pretty boat there, they'll pull right up beside you and fish, but they obviously they've never fished here before because they don't know. They'll just fly you on both sides and not realize that there is something here.
There we go. Aha.
Good
They're
job.
stacked up. Oh, they're getting bigger. They are stacked up down there, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And how come they progressively get bigger? What's going on there?
Well,
anyway?
hopefully they will continue, and you seem to be...
I got lots of those gum tubes.
Yeah, I know.
Going. Oh,
I think we're going to have to change here shortly. Do you want the net?
No, I'm pretty good. It's a good smallmouth, though. All right. Yeah. Look at that.
Very nice.
Look at that, hooked right in the beak, too.
Mm-hmm.
And just pop that right out. It's the great thing about it is, you know, when you're fishing vertically like we're doing, you know, you get a good hook set on them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's a very nice place. We have a very nice sandy beach, and we have 14 cottages from 1 bedroom to 5 bedroom, regular cottages and deluxe cottages, private cottages. We offer the American plan and housekeeping and spa, and we have a tennis court, paddle boats, canoes, kayaks, excellent boats for fishing. It's on the south bay of Lake Nippissing. So even if the weather sometimes is a little bit rough, they can go in the South Bay for fishing, and it's always calmer as the open lake.
There we go. Oh, I missed one.
Honestly, that is my favorite color of any tube.
We got a yum 4-inch on here right now. I wonder what that rock looks like.
It's not. It's logs.
Oh, it's logs.
Yeah.
This is a pile of logs?
Yes. And every once in a while, when you get snagged like that, you'll pull up and you'll have a chunk of bark.
Why are they there?
See where that subdivision is over there? They used to boom all the logs over there years ago.
I remember when I used to fish the walleye tour in Calendar Bay.
Well, you know something? I met you back in the 70s, and you were up here. The night that you were out, you were here with a lady from Sudbury, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was actually out on your boat at the mill in Calendar, and you were the first person that I ever saw that had a graph on their boat, and it was one of those Mach 1 paper graphs. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, the old Lorentz deals.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah, a little one. A rock bass.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I just lost it. Rock bass?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting the Grand Slam. Okay, rock bass. Okay, you can see here that waypoint right there. We worked it pretty good going around it, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Time to move on. What do you think?
I've got another smallmouth spot I wanted to fish over there that you might be able to throw a spinnerbait across.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let's take a look down under with this week's Fish Eye View. Sponsored by Mercury, #1 on the water. It's an established fact that big baits catch big fish. In our experience, we found this to be true most of the time. Even so, we've seen plenty of exceptions. Thing is, forage appears on a seasonal basis and varies greatly in size. The rule in nature is that smaller usually means more. That's why fish selectively feed on tiny, nearly microscopic food items. Regardless of what's on the menu, even top-end specimens participate. This 30-pound brown, for instance, was taken on a single salmon egg. Cold water species are famous for this behavior, but so are warm water inhabitants. Most anglers know about shad flies. When they're hatching, you may as well stay home. These days, every tackle shop carries a selection of smaller baits. Indeed, there's a whole legion to choose from. Many are designed for panfish, and with good reason. The popularity of these small fish has grown in leaps and bounds. But who would even consider this tiny 64th-ounce jig for smallmouth? We wouldn't have believed it ourselves until we recorded it. At the same time, they refused a number of larger baits. It's always a good idea to carry smaller versions of your favorite lures. They're a wise choice for selective and pressured fish. Take it from us, when all else fails, downsizing can really turn things around. Up next, the famous Lake Nippissing winds pickup as Bob and Rob battle the waves to get their freshwater grand slam.
All right, spinnerbait smallmouth. There's the wind. That was a good one.
There's something new at the top of the food chain. The world's first supercharged 4-stroke outboard, and the only power system of its kind anywhere. The revolutionary Mercury Verado. From whole shot to top end, it delivers unmatched power and acceleration, all in the quietest outboard ever built. See why all other outboards are history. Mercury Verado. Take charge. Bomber. The one and only.
Oh, I didn't even know that motor was running.
That was quiet, isn't it? Rob and I decided to move on to our next spot on Lake Nippissing that holds some good numbers of largemouth and smallmouth bass. We just weren't expecting the high winds that we got once we had arrived. So we decided to try our luck and throw some spinnerbait since we were already there. Might get a little rough around those Manitous today, eh?
Yep.
Hopefully that wind will come up and turn the fish on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Whoa, baby. Come right off that rock. Oh,
nice one too.
Yeah. Alright, spinnerbait smallmouth. Yeah, you got that net? Brought a great big Beckman net with us for pike fishing, but might work good for Mr. Smallmouth. Whoa, baby. Alright.
I'll let you deal with that, and I'll watch this trolling motor. How's that, Bob?
Alright. Hammered that Strike King spinnerbait. I put a bleeding bait treble hook. He came off that big rock right there. Alright, there's a Lake Nippissing smallmouth. Good stuff, eh, Rob?
That's a nice fish, Bob.
Yeah, and you see that nice bleeding red hook there, the trailer hook. That baby, yes sir. Hey baby, you want to go back? Thanks for playing there, smallmouth. You got one?
Yeah. There's a couple of pounds, I think.
All right. Now you're using white.
Yes. He came off, I think, right off that same rock that you got yours on, Bob.
Oh, good stuff. See a little school of them down there. What do you think, Rob? Should we move?
I think we should go try somewhere else.
I know one thing. We are definitely getting some wind down now.
Yeah.
It's the infamous walleye chop.
Yes, it's Lake Nippissing at its finest.
All right. What do you got on there,
I got something nice on here, Bob.
Yeah, oh, no!
Did you see the size of that?
Was that like a 5-pound smallmouth?
That was a smallmouth, yeah.
Wow! I was talking on the cell phone, and you were waiting for me, and you threw one cast up there, didn't you?
out off the end of that rock. That was a big one.
Oh, my. Looks like you said it is. There we go.
You got one?
Yep.
What is it?
A little pike. I thought I had a largemouth on there
Yep.
for a second.
Oh, yes, I do. Look at...
Hey, pull that in.
Wow, it's a largemouth.
Look at this. The grand slam.
Wow, look at that largemouth.
Hey, wait, you're hiding it in your
I know.
hand. Come on, show the people. That is a largemouth bass. That's not as big as the spinnerbait you're using. Looky there. That is a Rob Hyatt Signature Series largemouth right there. That is bigger than most fish he catches, guiding or in tournaments. I'm just joking. I'm kidding. He catches big ones. Like, loses them, I mean.
This tip of the week is sponsored by Coleman.
There we go. All right, that's a good one there. Get some good head shaking and thumping. Come on, baby. You know, by holding your finger in the line like I'm doing, just like this, in this case I'm back trolling a jig in minnow, is you get so much sensitivity. Oh yeah, that's a good walleye right there. That is a good one. Oh yeah. Look at how blue that is. Good old jig and minnow. I'll tell you what, if you want to put fish in the boat, and that's a good quality walleye right there, let's go to a fuzzy grub, tip it with a minnow, fish it slow on bottom. Next thing you know, you're going to catch a lot of fish.
Coming up, Bob wakes up to some interesting weather on Lake Nippissing. Not exactly your average walleye chop, but Bob and Rob wait it out and hook into what could be an official freshwater grand slam. That is, if they can get it in the boat.
What have you got?
There is a place where people still care about real quality and innovation, where ideas aren't limited to an 8-hour clock. Performance is measured by your total satisfaction, and attention to detail is a celebrated way of life. Welcome to the Ranger family. Real people, real commitments, and boats that are literally legendary.
Coleman promised.
Coleman promised to light my way.
Coleman has been making reliable lanterns for over 100 years.
Coleman promised me shelter from the storm.
Only Coleman makes tents with a WeatherTech system to keep you dry, guaranteed.
Coleman promised to get me through the night.
The double lock valve guarantees our beds won't leak.
Coleman promised to keep things cool.
The extreme cooler that keeps ice for 5 days in temperatures up to 32 degrees Celsius.
That's cool.
Coleman promised.
At Coleman, we keep our promises for the past 100 years and the next.
Hi, I'm Bob Azumi. After a day fishing, there's nothing like spending time enjoying a beautiful summer evening with my family and friends. And I won't let mosquitoes stop us from enjoying the fun. That's why I trust new Off Mosquito Lamp. The Off Mosquito Lamp uses a unique heat-activated pad that kills mosquitoes on an average-sized patio. I've always trusted Off to protect me when I'm fishing. Now Off gives me the protection I need for outdoor entertaining too. Off is effective protection you can trust.
You're watching The Real Fishing Show with Bob Azumi.
Rob and I decided to call it a day on Lake Nippissing and head back to Sunset Cove Lodge for the night, where I witnessed one of the most beautiful sunsets I'd ever seen. The next morning we awoke to some very surprising weather. The winds had picked up overnight and it made it impossible to head out on the water safely. So we met up with the owners of Sunset Cove Lodge, Pia and Alphonse, and took a tour of some cottages they offer. Their cottages are very well kept, with spacious living rooms and excellent kitchens. If you're traveling with a friend or a group of friends, you can find a place here to fit everyone's needs. The next day we had a chance to chat with Pia on their ice fishing packages they offer here at Sunset Cove before we headed out.
We have ice fishing from January to March. We have day huts. So we bring them out in the morning and pick them up in the evening. We check on them during the day. And if they're on American plan, we bring them at lunchtime. We bring them hot food, sandwiches, coffee, some sweets. We like the people, and I like the area really, yes. And the Lake Nippissing, it's a great lake.
On day 3, I let my brother Wayne and some guests tag along with Rob and I as we headed out on the Lake Nippissing to try to get our freshwater Grand Slam. Rob, I know that the fishing season up here in Lake Nippissing lasts a long time. You know, here we are in the fall. There's a few boats out, not a lot of traffic though, and it's an amazing time of the year to fish, isn't it?
It is a good time of the year to fish. Once the water drops just under 60 degrees, it gets pretty active out here.
Okay, now I know that your clients have caught a number of large fish over the years. I mean, every season you guide a lot of people out here, but what about the winter fishing now? I think it was winter before last, we spent a little bit of time ice fishing. We got out for like an hour one evening. We caught a lot of walleyes that night. Is that typical as the sun's going down to get a flurry of fish like that?
Usually in the winter, the morning and evening are your best times of the day to fish, yeah.
Now this is the home of the ice bungalows, and you're one of the first out here to have these bungalows, these ice fishing huts that you can sleep in, were you?
Yes, yeah, I was actually the second person in North America that I know of that started them. It was 18 years ago, and it's become very popular, and they're all over not only Canada but the northern U.S. as well now.
Oh! I lost a big largemouth. You see it?
No, I didn't.
It was a 3 pound, good
was it?
3.5 pound largemouth.
Oh.
And I lost him. See, Wayne's got one on over there. He's got a 2-hook rig on there. He's got a tube jig on the bottom, drop shot hook on top.
That's cheating a little bit, isn't it?
I thought it was cheating, yeah. Oh, now he's kissing the fish. He's really good, eh? He's just like Bill Dan. All right. Boy, these things are strong. You know, a lot of people don't realize there's a healthy fishery for largemouth bass up here at Lake Nippissing. Oh, yeah, he's in the weeds there now. Come on, baby. All right, swing her this way.
That's a nice fish, Bob.
Yeah, good stuff. Not as big as the one I lost, but hey, that's a good one. And, all right. Good largemouth. Boy, they're fat, too. They're feeding just like the walleye, aren't they?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Smallmouth hunter.
You sound just like my wife. Put your hat on. I got one.
You got one? What have you got? What have you got, boss? Pike?
I don't know.
Walleye,
no, it's a
nice
walleye.
All right, you're on them. Nice walleye. That's what we've been looking for, Mr. Walleye. You think I've got a big enough net?
That's a beauty.
Oh, this is one of the new big Beckmans, and it's, oh yeah, that's a good walleye. Yes, sir. Oh, what a fatty.
That's a good one.
Man. On a tube. Look at there. Pop that tube. Look at there, guys. All right.
Nice
we were
fish.
waiting for a wally. The Grand Slam right there. Look at that. Hey, that is a healthy, chunky Lake Nippissing walleye, isn't it?
Yep, very nice.
Way to go. Look at that. All right. Good stuff. Hey, now, this is so funny because we were here on this rock point 2 days ago, and you lost a 5-pound plus smallmouth.
Yes.
Now you get a walleye, and you said you caught a pike here recently, too?
We got a pike last week that was 41 inches here.
So this is a honey hole.
It's a good spot, yeah.
Now, this is why you should get a guide when you come to places like Nippissing if you're unfamiliar with the area. Now, you don't have to, but guys like Rob Hyatt, I'll tell you, they know the water. You've been guiding for 18 years, and I'll tell you, it works. All right. Okay, I want a better guide. Oh, test out the silver thread fluorocarbon.
I'll tell you, I have to say I like pike probably as much as I like this one.
You people in Northern Ontario are always thinking about eating. You know, I don't know why it is, Rob, but I always think of food when I'm up here at Lake Nippissing, especially staying at Sunset Cove Lodge. You want to know something? It is, I'd say, #1 in Ontario for fishing resorts. That German cooking that Pia and Alphonse do is incredible.
It's very good.
And what do you say we pack up, load the boat, and go there and have a great lunch?
Sounds good.
I mean, we got the Grand Slam. I mean, Rob Hyatt really knows his stuff. We're up here in Ontario's near north, and Lake Nipissing's a giant lake that has many, many tourist camps on it. This last few days, I mean, we enjoyed some golfing calendar at Terrace Suites there. Had a great 36 holes yesterday. Hey folks, if you're looking for a great trip, come on up here to Lake Nippissing. I think you'll be glad you did. I worked up a hunger throwing these big old spinner baits. You know?
Yeah, a little spatula to solve that.
Yeah. Now the fishing was good, but the food is great up here at Sunset Cove. What do you think? Shall we dig in?
I think so.
What do you call this? Spatula? 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 Spatula.
Okay.
All right, sounds good to me. Too bad you couldn't be with us. Oh, wow. I'm going right there. Nothing good? I'm coming with you, Mike. That is a fish of a lifetime. Whoa. Well, that is just amazing.
Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That was too cool. Oh,